having church service.
No, that's the wrong beat. This is me, the singer, telling the musician, this is where we should land.
I don't want to state the obvious.
You better not.
I'll leave that alone.
I'm the only white girl with rhythm that he knows. If that's not true, say so. Probably.
Huh?
That's probably true.
Let's start this good old
Let's
episode.
do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Foodie Friday.
I get it mixed up so bad. Yeah.
It's Foodie Friday.
Foodie Friday, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
What are we doing today?
So, here's the thing. We're talking about things that bring us joy right now in this season.
Yeah.
And one of the things that bring Chris and I the most absolute joy is traveling.
Oh man, COVID shut all of that down.
It shut everything down.
Yeah.
But, you know, so we do the things that we think we could do that would just kind of take us to those places in our mind.
Like Carolina, barbecue, okay.
Yes.
James Taylor.
James Taylor.
Come on,
Going
you
to
gotta
Carolina in my mind.
How does white girl not gonna do that? James Taylor.
I know it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, today though, we would love to go to Italy right now.
Italy.
But we
Lake
can't.
Como, Milan, but we can't. So we're gonna go there
Tuscany?
in our kitchen. Tuscany.
Yes.
Love Tuscany. So
Tonight, we are making Tuscan
Tuscan
chicken.
chicken.
You're gonna love
Here we
this.
go. Okay.
So, okay.
What do we have?
I'm gonna start by seasoning with some salt and pepper, and while I'm doing this,
That's coarse salt. You don't want to use
kosher salt.
yeah. See?
Of course, it's the same thing.
I'm trying to
I think it's the same thing.
look at me trying to be all fancy. Coarse salt.
There is such
Coarse salt like the coarse hair in my
no,
beard.
there is such cut it out. There is such a thing as I think that. Okay, while I'm seasoning with
Something to do.
salt and pepper, Chris is gonna take what we have here, like about a quarter cup of just regular flour, all-purpose flour, and he's adding to that about 6 tablespoons or so of Parmesan that we just grated. You guys know that I'm gonna tell you this. Anytime you can grate it, shred it from the block, I always think it turns out a little bit better. So he's just gonna whisk this together because that's getting ready to be our dredging in a minute.
All right.
So I'm putting salt, pepper on each side of one of these, and I'm also adding to that some Italian seasoning.
What is it? Good thick homes.
Okay. Flip this chicken, coat the other side real fast, and then I'll have it ready for you. Give me like 2 seconds. Why would you want to go to Italy, honey? Have you ever been?
Yeah, I've been to Milan. Been to Milan, been to Venice.
Guys, he left me at home for that.
Working, it was a work trip.
It was a work trip,
But I thought about her and I missed her
the entire time?
the whole time. Yeah.
So, if we had to choose
I'm
between,
gonna
where
take
did
you
you
to-
say?
I'm gonna take you to Lake Como.
Yes. But if we had to choose between the 2 places that you've already been, which one do you think that I would enjoy the most?
Venice, I think. Oh, I don't know, Milan. I mean, Milan is like great for tourists. It's very touristy, shopping and stuff like that.
But you know I need to shop.
Yeah, so I wouldn't.
Guys, one thing you probably didn't know about me, just toss it and then set it back on this pan. He's talking about shopping. If you want to know the one thing that makes me break out in hives, and when I say hives, I mean almost literally break out in hives, it's shopping. Any type of shopping outside of groceries stresses me out.
I should have shopped for groceries 4 times a week.
I'll definitely shop for groceries.
I'm like, you going back to the grocery store?
You just came back from the grocery store
Should've bought
yesterday.
stock in Walmart, man.
We should have. Walmart. I love Trader Joe's. You know, any of those, Kroger's, whatever's around me.
All right, so we're just basting these.
You're not basting. You're just tossing it a little bit.
I'm getting my words mixed
That's
up.
okay.
My cooking terms.
It's okay. That looks good though. Actually, it smells good already because of the Italian herbs with the Parmesan. Guys, I love Parmesan. Any type of cheese that has a little salt to it, all day long. You're using a lot of salt here lately too because we went to the doctor yesterday. He said your blood pressure was high.
Because I was dehydrated, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with blood
He
pressure.
said he was dehydrated.
I go to the gym every day. I don't eat terribly. I don't eat great either, but
That's not terrible.
nah, it's something that really.
You could have been stressed out too just because we were at the doctor, but
Why you put
whatever.
my business like that?
I'm sorry. These are our friends and family. Right, friends and family?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
no way that I can get my high blood pressure down. Let us know in the comments.
Be prepared. You're about to get like an onslaught of recommendations.
All right, bang, we good.
Okay, guys, y'all see this? Everything is coated so nicely. It's seasoned on both sides, and it's been dredged on both sides. And off to the skillet we go. Okay, guys, so off to the skillet we go. I have about 3 or 4 tablespoons or so of butter that has been melted. And to that, I'm adding my chicken breast. And while I add the chicken breast, let me tell you what I do. I don't like the big, thick cut chicken breast. If that's what you have, that's fine. Take 4 of them, but pound those jokers out because it cooks more evenly and faster that way. So I have like a thin cut that I just bought from the store that way. And so to this butter, I'm adding my chicken breast. And so because they're this, the thickness of these are kind of like smaller than a regular chicken breast, they only need like about 4 or 5 minutes on each side. So put them in there, let them go to work, flip them after 4 or 5 minutes. Right before I move to making the sauce, I am salting some boiling water, and I'm gonna throw some pasta in there. Tuscan chicken sometimes is just eaten alone with just the chicken and the sauce, but all the guys in my house like a little pasta underneath. So to that, I'm adding a half my bag of pasta. Okay, friends, so the chicken has been cooking for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Pull the chicken out and put it on a plate. Babe, you gave me foil. Did you cut my foil? Oh, yes, I see it. My sous chef is on the job, guys. He did it. We're gonna just tin it, cover it just a little bit to keep it warm. In a few minutes, we'll add it back to the pan once we create the sauce. But for right now, we're gonna tuck it under a blanket and foil. Okay, so look at all this goodness in this skillet. Can y'all see that? This is everything that we want in the skillet right now. And to that, we're gonna add a stick of butter because we're gonna start working on this sauce. Don't have no cream cheese in it.
Not cream cheese, but heavy cream.
Not until this butter melts.
I'm just saying, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You're what heavy cream?
Honey,
Where's the heavy cream
why don't you see heavy cream right here? So I've just put my remaining butter in the skillet, and I'm using a wooden spoon. I love wooden spoons because they're so great to like scrape up the little bits that have been in the pan from the chicken. Guys, never get rid of your bits because that's where all the flavor is. Okay, to that we're adding about what? Would you say a heaping tablespoon of garlic to that? And we're gonna let this go for a second. And then to that we're gonna add sun-dried tomatoes. I know nobody likes sun-dried tomatoes by themselves, but when you add it to your dish, it's so great.
It's really good. Really good.
So we rinse those, you rinse those, and you drained them and you rinsed them.
I didn't do any of that. You did that? Okay, good. All right, go.
Let's go back again. Okay, so to the heaping tablespoon of minced garlic, Chris is adding the sun-dried tomatoes. They've been rinsed and they've been drained. We're gonna let this go for like a minute or 2. Okay guys, so our sun-dried tomatoes, our garlic, and our butter have been going for about 2 minutes, and to that, we're gonna add our flour.
Much.
Thank you, babe. 2 tablespoons I think is gonna be good. And the flour is gonna help us make our sauce. It's gonna help thicken things. So we're just gonna let that go for just a minute. Okay, this looks so good. Now we're gonna turn this into the cream that's gonna coat our chicken and the pasta. We're gonna start with a cup of heavy cream. Yes, I said a cup. It's the holidays, guys. And even if it's not, everybody deserves heavy cream every now and then. We just put about a cup of heavy cream in there. And to that, we're gonna do half of this. We need about 2 cups of, no, we need 2 cups of that. And this is like a low sodium chicken broth, I guess, so that we can kind of control the salt level on our own. So it's much easier to use a low sodium and then add the salt as you need based on the people who are eating with you. We got 2 cups of that, babe? Okay. And to that, we're gonna also add about a cup of Parmesan. You'll just sprinkle that in. Parmesan is one of my favorites. Honestly though, wouldn't you say that we cook with Parmesan at least 2 to 3 times a week?
That's why my blood pressure's so high.
We definitely cook with Parmesan at least 2 to 3 times a week. Don't tell anybody. Okay, we're gonna let this thicken up just a little bit. And then to that, we're gonna add spinach. You can't say we're not doing some healthy things, guys. We have about like 2 cups of spinach that we're gonna add to this until it wilts down. Okay, so while the spinach is starting to wilt, I'm adding just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I'm gonna actually add a little bit more of the Italian herbs into it. We're gonna layer on every level, guys. That's what brings such great and beautiful flavor. Okay guys, this is my happy moment. When I see a sauce come together like this, I mean, look at it. It's luscious, it's creamy, it's full of great flavor. And what we're gonna do now is take that chicken that we covered and tinted, we're gonna drop it right back in because we're gonna warm the chicken this way. Oh, and then we're also, don't forget this part, anytime you rest the meat and you add it back to anything, pour the juices in there too. Because when I tell you that's like flavor on top of flavor on top of flavor, it's gonna be so good. We're gonna leave it in here just long enough to coat it and warm it. And then we'll be ready to serve. Okay friends, so this pasta is perfect. It's al dente. We're adding a little bit of the sauce right on top. And then to that, we're gonna add this chicken breast. Oh, it looks so, so, so good. Now, if you feel like, let me clean that up. I'm happy to clean that up because this is my plate. If you wanna add like asparagus or some other green to it, like on the side, you can totally do that. But I feel like we hit our green quota when we added the spinach to the dip. I'm gonna put a little roll that we made right on the side of that, guys, and this is Tuscan chicken. All right, guys, how do you feel about this? Jane, you first.
Chicken's my favorite.
Yeah, what about it?
It's just good. The sauce makes it perfect, or whatever you did to it.
Jude, it's good?
Great.
Joey?
Very good meal.
Very good meal.
I
Who
want
wants
to
to take it for lunch tomorrow? Raise
me,
your hand.
me.